Hello guys, what's going on? Today I'm gonna do a really quick video about the Steam sales, because I see a lot of people discussing recently whether they're actually good for the games industry or maybe they're bad for the games industry, and nobody really knows. So I hope to kind of bring a little bit of clarity with this video. Generally, I feel that there is like quite a big trend going on of people not buying games at a full price and just saying, well, there's going to be a Steam sale anyway very soon. And there are 4 sales at the moment, so there's always one just ahead of you. There's spring, summer, winter and autumn, and it's always a good reason to say, well, let's wait another week or 2 or maybe a month, and then it's going to be on a sale, and maybe I get it at 50% off or at 33% off, because quite often these new games are already in the Steam sale, and it does make quite a big difference just financially whether you pay £50 or £35 maybe. So I can see a lot of people steering towards that. Back to the original question, is it good or is it bad for the industry? To be very honest, thinking about it from my own perspective, I think I wouldn't have bought many games if they wouldn't have been that cheap. Meaning, I mean, just look at the gameplay in the background here. That's Batman Origins or Batman Arkham Origins. I wouldn't have bought that game if it wouldn't have been that cheap in the recent Steam summer sale. The only reason for me to buy it is because, you know, I read the reviews. They're at around, I don't know, 78, 80%. It's not an excellent game, obviously. It's apparently not as good as the 2 previous games. So probably if it would have stayed at the full price or just go down to, let's say, 35, 40 pounds, I would have never bought that game and it would have just completely passed me. But by reducing the prices and making them so cheap, it helps all the publishers and the game companies to push out so much larger numbers of their products to the people. A lot of people who would have never bought a certain type of game now actually buy it because it's just £5, and that means they are exposed to your brand, if that makes sense. You know, you have people who would have never bought an Assassin's Creed game now buying an Assassin's Creed game, and they will play it and maybe they like it. And even if you just have 1 million people buy it, and from these 1 million new people you have 100,000 who actually enjoy it, and they wouldn't have thought that they would enjoy it, so that's a huge benefit for any company, because you just gained a new 100,000 customers who are attached to your brand and who want to maybe buy the next game, and maybe even at the full price. So in that sense, the Steam sales actually also work as advertising in that sense. You get a game for really cheap, and it's a bit of a tryout. If you like it, you might come back, buy the next game at the full price. Another thing to mention here is the increasing production values of games today. 15 years ago, you would have had a small studio with 10-15 people that you still have now, and they're producing amazing indie games. But when we're talking about AAA games, a small studio at that time could still produce a AAA game. Nowadays, you have teams of hundreds and hundreds of people. That leads to much higher expenses. These companies have to spend much more money on their games, just in the production, and that means you need to think about new ways to bring more money in to fund these ways. I mean, one way of doing that is DLC, but another way of doing it is just decreasing your game in price and putting it on the Steam sales again and again and again, because while at the full price you might sell, I don't know, let's say 2 million units, at the next Steam sale you sell it at 33% off, and you sell another 1 million unit, and then half a year later you sell the same game at 50 or even more % off, and you sell another 1 million. While that doesn't bring you the full revenue, obviously, it still does bring more money into your pocket. So that's actually quite ironic, because the cheaper the prices get, the higher your income is as a company. And that's actually a model we've seen done previously by Apple. iTunes is the best example. You know, everyone was complaining about piracy, and my god, piracy is the worst thing, kind of same as in the games industry. But then Steam came along, or iTunes came along, and they were offering music or games at such a cheap price suddenly, and at such a competitive price, that people were thinking twice whether they should pirate the game or just spend £3 and get it at a really quick download and a full legal version, no unlocking. And you know, they made games and music with iTunes more competitive and brought it back to the market. So that's really interesting, actually, that decreasing a price can lead to higher incomes in the long run for many companies. So these are my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. It would be really interesting to hear your thoughts. I think the Steam sales are great. Obviously, I'm one of the big benefiters from it. I buy every Steam sale, you know, all the games that I want now. I'm just waiting for the next Steam sale and hope that I get it a bit cheaper there. So let me know in the comment section below what you think. How do you treat the Steam sale? Is there anything that I forgot? Are you maybe working for a game company and you think it's the end of the world, that Steam sales are ruining the industry? Let me know what you think in the description below. Guys, thanks very much for watching, and I see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.